Hello, welcome to Tidbits with Christina Williams, founder and CEO of Ahava Kofesh Productions. So today I have with me Miss Nova Soul. How are you doing today?
I'm doing quite well, feeling pretty relaxed. I'm really, I feel optimistic.
Great. So just so everybody can get to know you just a little bit, where are you from? Are you from here?
Yes, I'm from Baltimore City. I grew up in Northeast Baltimore, so literally kind of near the line in between the counties.
Okay. Cool. So just to jump in, how did you get into this natural journey? I should say this natural way of life.
Well, I started off. Let me see. How can I really? Well, I started off in my natural journey because I started off with pharmacy tech. So yeah, so
gotcha.
I went to job corps for pharmacy tech, and I stayed for like 10 months, and I did it. But I was also watching the wear and tear that medicine put on my family, and like the dependency that my family had on medication. So studying medicine in that way, and like seeing how it was working adversely with my family, kind of rearranged some wires in my head.
Mm-hmm.
But the catapult of Nova Soul kind of took over due to lack of resources. So lack of resources really kind of helped. So kind of growing up, and so I took pharmacy tech way before, and
right.
And then as my life kind of progressed, I was a bank teller at the time. Then I kind of lost that job, and so then I had to just figure something out. So I started creating a routine, and my whole lifestyle changed. Like everything changed since I lost, those types of jobs and that type of dependency. Right. I started to gain insight in other ways. So that's when I started studying holistic health, and I started studying the chakra system, and I started studying the 7 thoughtic principles, and I started studying all these things to kind of go back to source, and then that birthed Nova Soul.
Got you. So you would just say that basically your life experience is what helped you move into this natural way of life.
Yes.
Okay. Was there any other inspiration? Did you see anybody else do it, or is it just something that you just
actually yes? Okay, so I was dating somebody, and she had a friend who was into herbalism, and she went to this school called the Herbal Academy, and it was called the International School of Herbal Arts and Sciences. So I took that class by recommendation, and then everything kind of went from there. So I was studying. So that's when I started incorporating. So in class, I started also, but outside of class, I love to read, and I love to just gain information, and I just love to just study.
Gotcha.
And so I just studied the chakra system, and I studied the 7 thoughtic principles, or people call them the Hermetic principles, but they're the thoughtic principles. Okay, ancient Egypt calls them thoughtic principles. Ancient Greece calls them Hermetic, of course, but whatever. Right. But I started studying those principles, and I started exercising those principles into my life. So the principles of mentalism, like how we create everything, rhythm. So with rhythm, I started creating a schedule. I started creating things to start attracting different things into my life. Gotcha. So that's how the lifestyle change kind of happened, along with the holistic health.
Got you. So did you ever think that you would become an entrepreneur?
Yes.
You always wanted to be an entrepreneur?
Always. Because I've always had, in school, I love work, and I love to, dig myself into work, but I've always had an issue with,
following the rules.
Yeah, following the rules. That was always my issue. It was always, a uniform violation, or, expression violation, or something like that, because I have a big mouth. So it gets me in trouble sometimes. But in ways where I want to just express in a way that is fair. I like fairness, and I like diversity. And that used to get me in trouble a lot, because I felt like there's so many ways to get to the same conclusion. And that used to get me in trouble with work. So.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. But I feel like there's a lot of people like you that, feel like they're held back and they're not able to really I guess be their own.
Yeah.
Be able to walk into their own fullness of themselves, their purpose. So have you ever inspired anyone along this journey to, I guess, kind of join you so
People
far?
have been speak. In fact, I can't think of anybody by name, and then I also would like to just keep that little journey private. But
Gotcha.
there
Yes.
are some people that I feel we were around each other, so we kind of like piggybacked off of each other, and we kind of like just fueled each other. Actually, we started off, it was like a bit of us. It was three of us at first, but it's not like none of it went sour. We just were friends,
Right.
and then we all had different visions.
Gotcha.
And then again, but but yeah, so we all just kind of like separated on our different ways, but in a positive way. We all support each other.
Gotcha.
And then also like just I don't know. I feel like I've also been attracting more people who've been doing the same thing as well. So
Gotcha.
not only have I been inspiring people, but I've also been attracting like-minded people.
Right. That is key to being able to stay consistent.
Yes.
Is to have people around you that, do the same, and if not, is better.
Yeah.
Because, that's what helps you become better.
Exactly.
Like, a lot of people don't really realize that you don't know everything. Okay. So you always have to have somebody that knows more than you.
And it keeps you excited.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It doesn't get boring.
Yeah.
What services do you offer that you can tell the audience?
Well, I am an alternative healer. So I do Reiki, which is energy healing. It's pretty much touch energy healing, like love healing. I literally call it love healing because that's literally where you get the power from. And it sounds like really cheesy, but it's so true. Like you really get the power from love and like source energy, and like you can really feel the energetic fields that are going on with people, and you can just kind of just help people be more aware of where they may need attention, to put attention on. Sound healing, which is another service that I provide, is a beautiful practice that includes the uses of different bowls, different sound bowls. So I use crystal bowls as well as metal bowls. Crystal bowls normally only play like one note. So if I get a C note or F note bowl, that will play consistently throughout. But you can get it to play different hertz. And so the different hertz, of course, have an effect on the healing properties or what actually it will heal. So you can get into the science of it on your own, but you can. So the quartz bowls will play one note, but then the metal bowls will play different notes because of the fact that it works with the electronic fields in the earth. So like those tectonic plates kind of communicate with each other. In the metals, which is early science stuff that you learn in elementary school, which I think is so cool. And so those energies kind of work with each other. All that metal kind of works with the metals in your body, and all of that stuff kind of heals naturally. Like it's vibration. It's vibration that's healing your body. Gotcha. And another service, I work with herbs. So I make decoctions, I make infusions, I make salves that go into the body that help. So different herbs that warm the body, help with inflammation. Different herbs like clove and ginger, like all those herbs. Yes. And like I make tonics. So for those who suffer from cold and flu, and those sorts of things. So I'm like a kitchen witch, and then I also do some touch healing as well. So
got you. So how have you been able to maneuver during the pandemic?
It has been interesting. So it's I definitely had to learn. I'm a little slower with the technology, so I definitely had to learn how to use technology faster and how to like gain my audience with technology. So I'm such a handsy person, and so I also do visual art. So a lot of the time I was able to. So before I was able to do sip and paints, and like that was my momentum. Like people were able to come out, right? But now that people aren't able to come out more, I had to get more on the promotional side of like the different medicinal things that I do, and then also the energetic healing stuff. So like around the winter time, and even during the pandemic, emotionally, people were feeling a little bit out of themselves. Yeah. So like trying to make a space where people could trust me and work with me energetically in that way. But during this time also, I was gaining knowledge. So last year I got my first Reiki certification. And so, but I wasn't properly informed about the risks of taking Reiki. with
Gotcha.
it. So I piled on a lot of energetic, blockages on top of just promotion stuff. So it was a real struggle trying to recover during the pandemic.
Gotcha. Well, folks, we're about to take a quick break. We're about to go into our 30-second trivia from Miss Nova Soul, and we will return shortly. Hello, guys. It's your fun fact for today. Did you know Hewlett Packard videographers earn $71K annually, which is 56% higher than the national average for all videographers? That's usually around $40K annually. But get this, the lowest paid videographers work for CBS Broadcasting at $21K annually. Yeesh. Bet you didn't know that. Well, that's your fun fact for today. I hope you have a great day. See you later. All right, and we're back. This is the exciting part. All right, so you're in 30 seconds. We're gonna have 3 questions. So your first question is, what was the name of the first anonymous herbal book to be published in English?
I have no idea.
It was Greek Herbal of 1526.
The
So it
first
wasn't.
herbal book to be published?
Yeah, it was basically, from just the research that I saw, it was a book of a guy who was the original person who started into all of just the herbs and all of the different spirituality stuff that comes along with being an herbalist. Yeah,
Okay.
I know. It was somebody
Who's
in
this
France.
guy?
It was somebody in France. Yes, but you should look it up. Okay, the next one is, who were the first florists?
Like a group of people?
Yes.
Buffalo? I don't know.
Okay. It was the Egyptians.
Oh, of
So
course.
yes, they were the first people. Because I know I saw that on your profile.
Well, I remember they used to use the stargazer lily pollens as eyeshadow.
Wow, really?
So I remember that being a really fun thing that I learned.
And then your last question is, who is the most famous painter in history?
The most famous painter in history.
Yes.
I mean, Basquiat is very, very, very common. But I don't know if he's the most famous.
Like the iconic, just think of iconic, famous painting.
I'm gonna be biased.
Okay.
Because I personally
So the answer is Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh.
He is most famous for the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper picture.
Oh, word.
It's okay.
So he's the most famous. Okay, that makes sense. Alright. Bad guy. No offense to his descendants.
I just love this segment. I love tripping on my peoples.
I'll be like, to me, Basquiat's famous. So I'm like,
oh, no. It's okay. All right, we're back. Let's get back on to the interview. Well, you guys have heard just different things that Nova Soul has offered thus far in her entrepreneur journey. How do you encourage ideas in others on your journey? Like, how do you encourage somebody else who is just getting into this natural way of life and the lifestyle overall?
Okay, well, how do I encourage? The best way to do it is just start feeling. Like, it's really just just surrendering to yourself. I know it sounds simple, but I guess what I mean is, really finding where your passions are. Really finding out what makes you genuinely happy. Like, what can you do to make yourself happy that doesn't involve anything else? So when you're at your lowest point, what is that thing that can make you get up? So for myself, I just, like I said, I like to research. I like to read. Like that was just something that used to just calm me down. Like even when I was a kid, I was Matilda when I was a kid, just reading in front of the TV, just doing all that. So if you like find something that you like, just study it and make a rhythm out of it. And I'm telling you, if you use those 7 thought principles, you will do amazing things. Like you can really attract amazing things. Like just remembering how things like how to manifest from like the top to the bottom, and like remembering that stuff started with the spark. And so with that spark, you can send it down into the physical just by just being patient and just, even though I have to work on that on the day-to-day, but just being patient and just remember who you are and just checking in with that person, checking in with yourself.
Awesome advice. So I just want you to let everyone know where they can follow you, find you, reach out to you, just if they want to ask more questions about the things that you discussed on today. Could you just let the audience know that, please?
Of course. You can hit me on Instagram at _Nova, NOVA, soul, like the soul is the vibe. You can also hit me, you can actually get access to my products and book appointments for Reiki and sound healing on novasoul.info. And Facebook, it is Nova Villa. I cannot tell you what you could see or hear on there, because that is just me. But that is just me. But I don't sell anything on there. That's just who I am all the time, and it's all love. So those are the 3 places you can find me, and all the numbers and links to be on those platforms. So,
all right. Well, thank you for being a guest on my show, and thank you everyone for tuning in to Tidbits with Christina Williams. And I hope to see you again soon.